Hello students, this is the second part for the capital structure theories and this is the numerical part. Let's check out the sums for the same. First sum is of NI approach and the question says that suppose that a firm has no debt in its capital structure, it has an expected annual net operating income of rupees 1 lakh and equity capitalization rate KE is 10% and opportunity cost or WACC is 10%. This is the first condition where the firm has no debt. That means the firm is all equity firm. In the second situation, it is said that the company has taken the debt of rupees 3 lakh and the cost of that debt is 5%. Right? Hence, the interest that is paid to debt holders is 5% of 3 lakh, that's 15,000. We have to find the market value of the firm in both the cases. Another situation is given that the firm has a debt of 9 lakh, right? And KD is again 5%. Again, we have to find the value of the firm. Right? Three situations are given. Here, there is no debt. Net operating income is 1 lakh in all the three cases. KE is 10 and WACC is also 10. Second condition, firm has debt of 3 lakh at 5%. At third condition, we have debt of 9 lakh at 5%. To calculate it, we will use a tabular form for calculation. First of all, we are required to note down the three situations: zero debt, debt of 3 lakh and debt of 9 lakh at 5%. KD here is 5%. Net operating income, as we know in question it is given that 1 lakh is net operating income in all the cases. We have to deduct interest, right? Interest, that is interest on debt, that is 5%. Here there is no debt, so no interest will be given to the debt holders, hence it is 0. 5% of 3 lakh is 15,000 and 5% of 9 lakh will be 45,000. Deducting the values, we will get 1 lakh, 85,000 and 55,000. Now, we have to obtain these values: value of equity, value of debt. Value of equity, to obtain value of equity, we have to divide NI and KE, right? NI divided by KE, net income, here it is net income, right? Net income divided by KE, that means KE is 10% in our question. 1 lakh divided by 10% will give out 10 lakh. 85,000 divided by 10% will give out 8,50,000. 55,000 divided by 10% will give out 5,50,000. Now value of debt, so interest divided by KD. Interest is here 0. 0 divided by 0.5, 0. 15,000 divided by 5%, 3 lakh. 45,000 divided by 5%, 9 lakh, right? Value of the firm V will be is equals to equity plus debt, value of equity plus value of debt, right? Adding these both values, right? Adding this and this will give V. E plus D is equals to D. Now, we have to divide D and V. Hence, we will get the answers as 0, 0.261 and 0.62. Now, to find WACC, we have to divide NOI divided by V. NOI divided by value of the firm. Dividing these both, we will get the answers as follows: 0.100 NOI divided by V as 0.087. NOI divided by V will give the answer as 0.081. Moving ahead towards the second question, that is of NOI approach. The question says XYZ Limited expects an operating income of 1 lakh. The company has 12% debt of rupees 3 lakh. The company's overall cost of capital is 13%. Calculate total value of firm and equity capitalization rate. We have to find two things: value of the firm and equity capitalization rate according to NOI. And here operating income is given, right, 1 lakh. KD is given 12% and KO, overall cost of capital, is given as 13%. Now for NOI approach, we have to find value of the firm, that is EBIT divided by KO, and to find out value of equity we have to deduct D, cost of D, value of D from the overall value of the firm, right? Now first of all we have to find value of the firm to solve these things, right? We have to find value of the firm and value of the equity. Formulas for both are given. Here we have got EBIT in the question, we have got KO in the question, but we don't have V for the calculation, right? So first let's find out V. To find V, we have to divide net operating income by overall cost of capital. Net operating income in question is 1 lakh and 0.13 is the overall cost of capital. Dividing these values, we will get 769230 as the value of firm, and the value of equity will be total value of the firm minus value of debt. Now value of debt is here 3 lakh, and we have got the value of firm here. So value of firm minus value of debt will be equal to value of equity. Now the cost of equity has to be found out. Cost of equity will be EBIT minus I upon V minus D. EBIT, that means net operating income that we have got in question, that's 1 lakh minus 36,000, right? That's 12% of 3 lakh. 12% of 3 lakh will give us 36,000 divided by V minus D. V minus D, we have got this, right? Hence dividing these values, we will get the answer as 13.64%. Another question, question 3. ABC company's cost of capital is 12.5%. It is expected that operating profit is rupees 1 lakh and its cost of capital is 12.5%. Company has a debt capital of rupees 4 lakh and at 8% you are required to calculate total value of the firm and equity capital cost. Value of the firm and equity capitalization cost, that is KE, that is to be found out. Two cases are given. Basic case is here, right? Present case. Case 1, if the company increases debt from 4 lakh to 6 lakh, right, by repurchasing the equity shares, or company reduces debt by 2 lakh, right? In both the cases we have to find out the total value of firm and the equity capitalization cost. Value of the firm will be EBIT divided by KE, as we know, we have solved earlier. EBIT divided by KE. EBIT is, yes, here it is 1 lakh divided by KE. that will be cost of capital 12.5. Right, same for all the three cases. Less date. Now in the first case, date is 6 lakh. In the present value, the date is 4 lakh. Company has a date of 4 lakh. And in case 2, we have the date of 2 lakh. Hence, deducting these values, 8 lakh minus 6 lakh, 2 lakh, 8 minus 4, 4 lakh, 8 minus 2, 6 lakh. To find the cost of equity, we have to reduce I from EBIT and then divide it by E. EBIT minus I divided by E into 100. EBIT 1 lakh is there minus I. I is the interest rate of date. Right. Date 6 lakh है. 6 lakh here. And 12 point cost of date is 8%, right? So 8% of 6 lakh, 8% of 4, 8% of 2 lakh. Right? I will be considered as 8% of 6, 8% of 4 and 8% of 2 lakh in this equation divided by value of equity. Yes, we have got here value of equity. Right? So minus interest, that is 8% of 6 lakh divided by value of equity, it is 2 lakh here. Right? That's how we will solve these equations. A question for approach is there, in which the arbitrary steps are included. Then whenever you have got to solve the sum for arbitrary process, or you have to go through the arbitrary process, the steps for that are, first of all, you have to calculate investors' current positions, and then you have to calculate savings in investment, and then you have to calculate the increase of income or increase in the income, if any increase has been there in the income. Right? The question for the approach is there. Two firms, V Limited and S Limited, are identical in all respects except leverage in capital structure. Okay, V and S Limited generally are both same, but one firm is leveraged and other one is unleveraged firm. V Limited has 10%, 3 lakh debentures, and both the firms have the same EBIT of 50,000. Equity capitalization rate of V Limited is 16 and S is 12.5. You have required to calculate the total value of each firm and show arbitrage process. Right? Value of the firm is to be found out and arbitrage process is to be shown. Okay, the difference between levered and unlevered firm is what? A firm which issues debt capital is known as levered firm, and the firm which do not issues debt capital is known as unlevered firm. Hence, V Limited is levered firm here and S Limited is unlevered firm here. Alright, to find out the value of the firm, what we will do? We will deduct debenture interest from EBIT. EBIT 50,000 is given in the question, and as V Limited is only levered firm, it has issued debt, and the debt interest for the same is 30,000 given in the question here. Alright, 3 lakh debentures at 10%. So 10% of 3 lakh will be 30,000 here. Deducting 30 from 50, we will get 20, and 50 minus 0 will be 50,000. To find out value of the firm, what we have to do, we have to add value of equity and market value of date. To find out market value of equity, we have to divide KE by NI, net income. It is the net income here, and value of equity is given in the question 0.16 and 0.125 for both the firms. Dividing net income by the equity capitalization rate, we will get 125,000 and 4 lakh as value of equity for both the firms. Now, market value of date. Here, date is not present here in the capital structure, then 0 will be there. And market value of date here is 3 lakh given in the question itself, right? Adding these both values, we will get the value of firm 425,000 and here 4 lakh. For arbitrage process, first of all, we have to calculate the investor's current position, right? What we will do, we will calculate the equities interest and net incomes interest. Then at step 2, we have to check out the assumed value. We have to assume a value. We have assumed a value of 1 lakh for the stock. For the capital, own funds are rupees 12,500 plus personal leverage, that means the leverage from date, right, is obtained as 30,000, right, 10% of 3 lakh personal leverage, that means interest of date is here, divided by, will give out own fund plus personal leverage will give out 42500, that's current position of V Limited. And for S Limited, the current position will be 2500 or 4 lakh, right? If we deduct both the values, the difference is 2500. If an investor is investing his funds in both the firms, right, he will get a difference of a set of 2500, right? This is the current scenario for V Limited and this is for S Limited. While we deduct these both values, we will get 2500. This is the optimum or the surplus obtained by the investor. Here the total income from unlevered firm and from levered firm, right? To calculate the value of unlevered firm or income from unlevered firm, we have to divide 50,000 by 4 lakh, right? 50,000 is net income and 4 lakh is the market value, while 42500 is the answer which we have got from step 2, or and then we will get the answer as 5312.5. Dividend income, total income minus interest on personal leverage. Interest on personal leverage is 10% of 30,000. Right, here we have calculated personal leverage as 30%. 30,000, 10% of 3 lakh, and interest on that leverage will be 3,000 and total income was 5312.5. Total income of the investor will be 2312.5. That's all for your dividend structure and policy.